We have to do analysis and make phone calls and do research online and stuff. That's the part that I'm going to charge you again.
So there is a deliverable at the end of it, right? When you close a deal, like a report or something? Or?
Huh? Well, yeah, usually we'll do a final report.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end of diligence.
Okay.
And most of it, though, on the online program is communication, you know. So we're using emails, texts, a lot of consultation on the phone.
Okay.
We like phone consultation. We have a process. We want you to text us ahead of time, request a time. And usually we'll do it pretty quick unless we're in the middle of stuff. And you know, we have certain ways we want you to communicate by email so that it's quicker and easier for us. Okay. Chris and I work as a team, so you know we pick up something and then we CC the other one, and we both work on separate issues and sometimes in a lot of things the same issues and stuff. And we share our opinions because he spends more time in operations, so he sees certain things that escape me, where I'm more involved in the model and the structure and you know the big picture and stuff. So together we're able to cover a lot of ground.
Okay. What about size of stores too? I mean, you know, you see some of these. There's one, you know, in Anaheim I was looking at, but it's only 1,600 square feet, and it's basically run down and you know looking pretty rough. But I think that area, there's a ton of apartments around there, and I think if somebody came back in there, is that worth? I've had people tell me anything under 2,000, 2,500 square feet, don't even mess with it.
Well, it depends on what you need in a return to make it worth your while. Okay. I mean, then we have to take a look at what that store can do. Right. I have a little store, and it's not the only one. I mean, there was another one that I actually bought because I couldn't get anybody to buy it. It was all top loaders, and it was about 1,600 feet. And it's in the San Diego area. It's neat market area. And but the store hummed, you know, with all its top loaders. And I thought, you know, this was a long time ago. This was 12 years ago, 15 years ago. I thought, well, this store needs to be retooled with front loaders and more dryer capacity. It's the only way to do it. He had single before it was pre-stacked, you know. So he had these single load dryers. The place was just busy all the time. So I talked to all my big clients and stuff about this store, and I thought it was good, and I couldn't get anybody to buy it, so I bought it. I'm like, you know, that's a good store. I'll buy it, I'll retool it, and everything else. And once I did it, and people started looking at what I was going to do, and started looking at the numbers and my projections and stuff like that, I think I paid $130 for the store and put $150 into it and sold for almost $4. I didn't even know it would reopen it. I didn't even start the retool on it. All of a sudden, everybody had faith in it. Now, anyone could have bought that for $130 grand. You know, I mean, really, it's just. But that's and there's another one, and that store got up to about 26,000, and the rent was only $1,800 a month. I mean, are you kidding me? Yeah. How do you lose money in that? Now he did fluff and fold with about 6,000 of that, but still, he had no labor costs. He actually made a little bit at that time on that work, and. It's just phenomenal. There's another little store right now that we just did a similar thing. It's actually a store I retooled years ago, and I just retooled it again and increased the capacity more. And this is a small store doing about 18,000. When we're done, we'll go up to about 22, 23. And the rent there is about $3,000. So you know, I mean that's pretty darn nice.
Right.
So I mean that's you know if you get into where your rent's not down in the 15% and under range. You know, you're in heaven, you know, especially if you've got a long time on the lease. Problem is selling it. You know, you've got to understand that the potential of the landlord increasing that rent more proportionate to your revenue at the end of that lease period is there. So you may selectively decide to sell that store a little sooner than you would, where you still have enough lease time to sell. Okay? But if you're a wise guy and you're buying that store, you want to know that when you're going into it.
I know the landlord. He's a client of mine too, and he was saying that anybody who buys a store, he says, Jay, if you buy it or somebody you know buys it, you know, we're going to have to add on because he's paying a waste fee now that's not in the rent, and that was not in the lease, and then the city put this extra $300 or $400 or $500 waste fee. So he says anybody coming in is going to now have to pay this waste fee. You know, we're going to have to figure out.
So there's not a lease in place that's worthy?
It's not, I'm sorry.
What's the lease in place at this time?
Yeah, it's a lease has been in place for 10 years.
I mean, how long do you have left on it? Is it over?
No, I think he's only got 3 years left or something like that. I think maybe it was 12 years, and he had.
Well, you're going to have to renegotiate a new lease.
Yeah, right.
You mentioned not to touch anything lower than 15 years, right?
Huh?
With remaining on the lease.
I wouldn't touch anything with under 15 years.
Yeah, I would renegotiate with him.
Even 15 years doesn't give you an opportunity to sell your business.
Yeah.
Gives you time to operate the business and take your chances, okay?
So you like to see a lease that still has 15 years remaining?
Well, I want you to be able to, well, you know, no matter what, we're always going to have to renegotiate
Yeah.
the lease.
No, I
okay?
get it, yeah.
But the more time you have, the better position you're in all the way around.
Yeah,
okay. If you don't have at least 7 years, you can't even get financing for 7 years.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and that's not like you can't have a 2-year lease and a 5-year option. That's not 7 years. You have to have a 7-year lease.
Okay.
Some leases are written in such a way that they're exercised, and some landlords won't let you exercise it until that time because they're questioning your performance in the interim. You know, so that sometimes that's an issue. There's a lot of, I mean, just, I mean, after 30 some years, like you can probably do too, you can't even imagine the things that can come up. I mean, it's just things come up. You have to figure out how to deal with it.
And things you can't imagine even.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you can do the best you can, but it's really not. I don't want to scare anybody. This is a great business to be in. If you get this business, if you figure it out, and you understand the model and how things work, you know, and be objective instead of subjective. You have an opportunity to find a life here. People don't leave this business that get it. They stay in this business long term. I mean, even the service techs stay. You know, the attendants at the laundry stay. This is a good business. I mean, it's pretty pleasurable work. And you know, when you have a good staff of employees, I always set it up. I love working moms because they always have issues with their kids and stuff, and they fill in for each other. You know, and it's really and it's hard for them to duplicate that job. So you really have a loyalty with them, and they're just natural at that work. You know, but I always like somebody that's more rugged, male or female, that can do the high make and get up and clean the tops and do some of the light maintenance, so I don't have to pay $60 or $70 an hour for a maintenance guy just for minor things. I like to have somebody trained for that. So I built a staff, you know, to minimize the effort of the investor, because anything you do that takes us out of the realm of what do you pay for a business times net? A dry cleaner, a restaurant, 2?
Yeah, somewhere 2 to
24, roughly 20, 20 to 30 somewhere.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here we're talking, you know, twice those numbers.
Right.
It's because it's an investment business. See, you're not investing in a normal business. Certainly you're investing your money or whatever, but you're investing in yourself in a normal business. You're investing in your capabilities of taking this location and doing something within a laundromat. You're putting a lot more confidence in the store itself because your time involvement is very minimal.
Yeah.
And that's why, and the cost of putting them there. You know, in San Diego is an extreme case, but you know, even in LA, the sewer fees are $700 to $1,000 in a lot of cases. Here it's like $4,400, and we're getting that reduced because of the efficiency. We've been arguing that effectively, but it's still over $2,000 to $3,000. So, you know, when you're investing $120,000 into the ground, landlord's not going to pay that for you. You know, when you're buying, when you're building a laundry at $80 to $110 a foot, you know, so you're talking maybe $300,000 for a decent sized store, and then you're buying $500,000 worth of the equipment. So you're into that thing for $1 million, or $1.1 million. You want to know what you're doing.
So if I were to then, let's say with this store now, if I were to just get all the numbers for you, call you up and say, can you just give me a basic overview? Do you do that for
$500
or something?
Honestly, we don't have time for just review only now.
No, okay.
No, we're too busy.
Like a one-day consult or something.
No, the minimum service right now would be the online.
The 22.
No, the $17.99.
Oh.
Due diligence fee.
Oh, okay. All right.
That would be the minimum you could buy. We do have a $600 4-hour consultation. It's
Okay.
just phone consultation, absolutely no paperwork. You can send me whatever you want, and I'll